You know, Joseph was talking about fish. I just opened for that band Fish on Friday. With a PH. And this next song was written in a haunted holler of East Tennessee. About some mystical animals and some love making out in the psychedelic trees. It's called Hey Little Frog. This one's for Joseph Allred. Hey little frog, little jumping buddy. Hey, hey little frog, little jumping friend. Oh, little fall, misty mountain morning. Hey, down the soul fin, you are free. Down the soul fin, up on the ridge, made out of rock, made out of rock, made out of rock, point to the sky. I thought about your night, holy mountain, babe. It was love at first sight when you passed by. Long brown hair and a beautiful hiking legs really blew my mind. Your beautiful eyes set a path for the day, for me to walk down, for me to walk down, for me to walk down inside my mind. I'm going down to the gap, to the oldest spring. I'm gonna cleanse my soul in a natural. Hey little frog, little jumping buddy. Hey, hey little frog, hey little frog, hey little frog, little jumping friend. Oh yeah. It's called Hey Little Frog. So I found myself up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, eating at a psychedelic Thai restaurant. I was with my holy girlfriend, Kylie. The two of us were sitting there dogging down some Thai food. Now you know they say you want a spice level from 0 to 10. I told them I'm on level 69, cause I want to be regularly blazing that night. I like it spicy as a motherfucker. And usually when you go to those places, you gotta eat there like 10 times before they trust a Caucasian shrimp. You say, no, I want it like you shrimps dog it down. I want it spicier than you dog it down. I want it deadly. I want it that any other Caucasian shrimp would get sick from one bite. I want that shit to fuck me up. And eventually, they finally give it to you, and I was rectally burning. My rectum was on fire, and there was a psychedelic grandma dogging down at another table at that holy Thai restaurant. She was staring at me, gnawing me the entire experience. And I'm thinking to myself, this granny is just oogling your boy while I'm dogging down this food. She's looking insane, staring at me. I almost thought, is it a ghost or something? Like, what is going on? This grandma just is like burning holes in me with them eyeballs. And I said, and no response from the psychedelic grandma. We got up, we left. We walked outside. Noticed there was a psychedelic store in this haunted strip mall right next to the Thai restaurant called Fish Mania. It was a psychedelic aquatic pet store. Now, me and Kyron at the time were living in a haunted ass little shack with no electricity. There was mystical holes in the walls. The windows were all fucked up. The porch was falling off. A tree fell through the spot next to us. It was a pretty psychedelic little shanty on the side of the river they filmed that holy romantic comedy, Deliverance, upon. The spiritual Chattooga River. We were working on the river at the time. This cabin was so motherfucking psychedelic that there was brown recluses up in the thing and scorpions. They got scorpions down there in South Kakalaki and Holy, Georgia. These scorpions were stinging, but I was getting bit by brown recluses. I had a necrotic ass wound on my leg. I had some necrotic flesh. And I was, I don't believe in going to the doctor until it goes fully necrotic. So then I went. Got some hated antibiotics. Started popping things. But there was a haunted pond out there too. Decimated, haunted, lightless pond. We come out that Thai restaurant, we look at that spot, Fish Mania. Kylan said, I think we should get a pet fish, like a betta fish or something. I said, oh, hell no. I don't want no motherfucking pet fish. She said, we should really get one for the cabin. I said, the brown recluses are biting me so bad up in that motherfucker. If we get a fish, he's gonna die within a week. No AC. The windows are cracked. The walls are shattered. The place might cave in at any second. And I believe now, years later, it did cave in. And I said, we don't need no motherfucking betta fish. And she said, I think we should get a fish. I said, oh, yeah, let's get a fish. So we went up in the spot, looking at all these fish. The place was packed to the motherfucking gills. I got a fish that we both kind of agreed on, mystical betta fish, orange and yellow Dripinardi with the little psychedelic red eyes and stuff. And everybody in this place trying to tell us what to name the fish. This woman behind the counter, she said, you should name it Dragon. I said, no, I don't think so. You should name it Fireball. I said, hell no. The grandma from the Thai restaurant walks into Fish Mania. The whole friggin' place went silent. She's staring at me across Fish Mania. She goes, is your name Daniel Lockhart? And I said, no, it is not. She said, I know you, and I know your name is Daniel Lockhart. I said, no, it's not. My name's Frank Hurricane. Daniel Lockhart. I said, no. She said, oh, man. She left. I said, damn. You know what I'm naming this motherfucking fish? Daniel Lockhart. So we named him Daniel. Brought him to the cabin. That fool died within one day. We threw him in this painted ass pond. The pond was so devoid of life. There was nothing there. It was black as night. There was no algae. There wasn't even like mystical lily pads or something. This shit was dead as hell. We threw Daniel Lockhart's dead fish corpse up in that pond. The next morning I woke up. I went out to the pond to go pay respects to Big Fat Daniel out there. Let me tell y'all, there was fish out the wazoo up in that pond. There was psychedelic local specialty named Bartram Bass jumping out that motherfucking pond. There was frogs, there was toads, there was lily pads, there was algae. There was so much life. Straight up, the dead body of Daniel Lockhart somehow made an entire spiritual ecosystem form overnight. It was magical as a motherfucker. So you never know what's going to happen in this holy world. This next song goes out to my holy girlfriend. She's at home. She's working hard, doing some psychedelic prop planning for a new play that's about to be popping off pretty soon. So she couldn't make it tonight. But this song goes out to her. It's called River Dream. about you, girl, and that old river, and that old river.
Yes.
Spiritual pleasure. This one goes out to my holy friend Sunshine back there. It's about hiking spiritual mountains. Big Frog Mountain calls me, calls my soul from its sleep. It wakes me up in the morning time with my thoughts on those hills. I'm feeling just fine. Well, I've been saved by that old hill. I've been saved by that mountain chill. I've been saved by that old wind and those wild boars, my best friends. Down in the hollow dark and still, down between those endless hills, there lies a place so filled with vibes of ancient love and ancient crime. Well, I've been saved by that mountain stream, and I've been saved by that bird that sings. I've been saved by that ganja tree, man. Take a few puffs, then your mind is free. That's called the Big Frog Mountain. Spiritual pleasure, y'all. He said, I'm cooking for y'all. We said, fuck yeah, man. Went into the kitchen. He started pulling stuff out of that deep meat freezer. He said, I don't know what some of this stuff in here is, but I know at least one of them's squirrel. I said, hell yeah. He started cooking up that meat. Now let me tell y'all, the smell inside this kitchen was not very appetizing. My guy did a mystic technique that I've never seen anybody do before. He didn't boil the rice. He took dry, uncooked rice and burnt the fuck out of it in a pan. And then just dumped it on top of some squirrel meat, or what he thought might be squirrel. I said, God, this is crazy, but we gonna dog it for sure. There was 4 people at that table, plus Johnny, a legendary musician and spiritual chef. We had my boy Big Fat Willie. Now Big Willie, he ate 3 bowls of the stuff. He's got an iron stomach and it didn't hurt him. I dogged 2 bowls of the stuff. I walked out of the kitchen towards the trailer and somehow had a mystical premonition in the future And to fix it, I went, instantly I just, and I projectile vomited 200 yards blast. Sprayed an abandoned crib off to the side. Like shooting, like a fire hose of vomit. And the third dude was vegan and didn't need it at all. And the fourth dude, he caught salmonella. And he couldn't play the next night because he had salmonella. He just chilled in the van and arrived in panic. Spiritual evening. And when we finally went to sleep, we slept on pillows of loose tobacco. This last song, dedicated to my buddy Nate, I'm so glad he came tonight. It's called the Sneedville Blues. It's a spiritual pleasure to be here, y'all. I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their evening. Love you guys. It's called the Sneedville Blues. Sneedville's full of them only grills. Spiritual river won't you help me ease my mind? Oh, still roll flow. Sneedville blues can't take my soul away. Well, that sounds as rough as can be. Had a guy named Ricky was cricket OG, born and raised in Sneedville, Tennessee. He said you can't trust nobody up in that place. Everybody's packing in them trees and slaves with that mystical power. PCP. Oh, still roll, Sneedville blues can't touch my soul. No. From the city, but them Sneedville blues can't get me. Them Sneedville blues can't get me. Them Sneedville blues can't get me. Oh, them Sneedville blues, they can't get me. No. Oh yeah. Thanks for the holy evening.